What's going on, everyone? Chris from Pickdawgz.com here with the Wraparound. We're going to be breaking down the NHL action going down on Thursday, November 13th, 2025. If you're looking for my best bets, the games that I love, head to Pickdawgz.com. Click the Experts tab at the top of the page. It's a great time to do it. We've got college basketball action today. We've got the NBA. We've got the NHL. So make sure that you jump on board. Remember to use the promo code PICK at checkout. Get 15% off your purchase. We also have our Inner Circle VIP services. Now, these aren't for everyone. They are for people who make big bets and those with big bankrolls, those who are looking for more of a one-on-one concierge-style service to take their betting to the next level. Now, you can call or text the number right down here, but just remember, this is our most expensive premium product, so just keep that in mind before you reach out. But if it's for you, it's an awesome product and one that I can assure you guys you're going to absolutely love. But we're here to talk about a 10-game NHL card on Thursday. Lots of money-making opportunities, a couple heavy favorites on the board. We're going to talk about it all, though. Let's not waste any more time. You guys know the drill. You ready? I'm ready. Let's get into it. Our first game comes to us from Little Caesars Arena, where the Detroit Red Wings take on the Anaheim Ducks. And I understand why the Detroit Red Wings would be favored here. This is a Red Wings team that's been playing some of their best hockey at home this season. But this is too good of a price for me to pass on with the Anaheim Ducks in their current form. This is a Ducks team that I've said before was the most improved team from a point total perspective in the NHL last season. What do? They come back this season and just show no signs of doing anything different, that they are a team that looks like they're going to be on the ascent in 2025-26. Detroit, like I said, they're still a solid team, but the value here for me is on the Anaheim Ducks. So I'm going to roll with the Ducks in this one. I'm going to take them on the money line. Next, we're going to Scotiabank Arena for this game between the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Los Angeles Kings, and I genuinely wish that I could get there with the Toronto Maple Leafs. They're my team. But the fact of the matter is that the defense has not been performing. It hasn't been up to snuff. Hasn't been playing the way that Craig Berube wants them to play, and it's resulted in a lot of overs this season. 15 of Toronto's 17 games have gone over the total, so I think that LA is going to find a few goals here. But as much as LA has been playing well on the road, they're 7-1-2 on the road. I don't necessarily want to lay minus 135 with them in Toronto. I do think that the Leafs are going to find some goals there. They always have offensive potential with the potency in this lineup. And I've said before, I think the Kings are a team that I'm prime and pegging for regression in 2025-26 from a defensive perspective and goaltending. So I'm going to roll with the over in this one. I think we got another over in a Maple Leafs game. Make it 16 of 18 this season. Give me the over between the Leafs and the Kings. Now we're going to the Bell Center for this game between the Montreal Canadiens and the Dallas Stars. And a game that's a true coin flip, in my opinion. Both these teams, are 10 wins, 4 regulation losses, and the only thing that's separating the two is an extra overtime loss for Dallas this season. I mean, Montreal 10-4-2, Dallas 10-4-3, Montreal 5-2-1 at home, Dallas 5-1-2 on the road. So, like I said, you're really splitting hairs with these two teams from an overall perspective. But Dallas comes into this game in better form. They've won 3 straight. They just picked up an overtime win in Ottawa. They're starting to play a little bit better. And overall, just when you look at these two teams side by side, I think Dallas is the slightly better team. So I'm going to roll with the Dallas Stars in this one. I just like the price that we're getting with Dallas in what to me is, two teams that are almost identical, looking like the freaking Spider-Man meme where they're pointing at each other. So I'm going to go with the Dallas Stars, and so I'm going to take them on the money line. Next, we're going to the Canadian Tire Center for this game between the Ottawa Senators and the Boston Bruins. And another game where I just can't pass up on the plus price. I get that the Ottawa Senators have played their better hockey at home this season, where they are 5-2-2. Boston just 3-4 on the road this season, but this is a team that's won 7 straight, and they picked up a couple of road wins in that stretch. It's the revenge spot for Boston. Last time they were in Ottawa, it was a revenge spot back on November 6th. They picked up a 3-2 win in OT, but still, last time they were in Ottawa, they lost that game 7-2, and I think they want to get the bad taste out of their mouths from that performance. Right now, Boston, for me, is just playing the much better hockey. The Ottawa Senators could be on some tired legs, having played 5 games past 60 minutes in their last 6 outings. So I'm going to roll with the Boston Bruins in this one, plus the 1.5, and I'm going to put a little bit on Boston money line as well here. Next, we're heading to the Amerant Bank Arena for this game between the Florida Panthers and the Washington Capitals. And I went back and forth on this one, but I do lean towards the Florida Panthers here, just being at home. Both these teams have identical 8-7-1 records this season. But Florida, they just played a fair number of games on the West Coast. They played 4 straight. They split that 4-game road trip 2-2. But they're back home where they're 5-1-1 this season. Florida's just played their much better hockey on home ice. And I think that Washington, while they've been able to pick up a win in Carolina, which is not an easy thing to go on the road and do, they've still lost 6 of their last 8 games. I said I'm not mad at anyone for wanting to take a shot on the Capitals here, but for me, I got to be on the Panthers here on the money line at home, but it's just a lean for me here. Next, we're going to the Nationwide Arena for this game between the Columbus Blue Jackets and the Edmonton Oilers. And, the thing about Columbus is that this is a team that's played well at home, and last year they did provide a lot of value in the underdog role because, there was just not a lot of expectation for them this season, and they showed up and almost made the playoffs. Edmonton, on the flip side, is a team with a ton of expectation when you have one of the best players in the world in Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl in your ranks. And the goaltending for Edmonton can be very, very shaky. Even though Edmonton is on a back-to-back, though, I still like them in this spot. Columbus, they managed to snap a 4-game losing streak to finish off their road trip against the Seattle Kraken. But this team is still only a 50-50 team at home. They're 3-3 straight up on home ice this season. And I just feel like the Edmonton Oilers are the better team in this matchup. So it's just a lean for me here, but I'm going to lean towards the Oilers on the money line in this one. Now we're going to the Scotiabank Saddledome for this game between the Calgary Flames and the San Jose Sharks. And Calgary head-to-head has owned this matchup in recent years, winning 6 straight, 9 of the last 10. But they haven't met yet this season. And the Calgary Flames still, once again, are just on a downturn. They've lost 3 straight. They're 2-4-1 at home this season. The San Jose Sharks, I cannot believe I'm saying this, have a winning record on the road and are on a 4-game win streak, allowing 1 goal per game in those games. I mean, they've allowed 1 goal in 4 straight outings and beat some tough teams along the way. Beat Florida and Winnipeg at home. Beat Minnesota and Seattle on the road. They have a win at home over New Jersey. So this is a San Jose team that I think is growing before our eyes. Kind of could be the Anaheim Ducks of this season. I'm not ready to just jump on the San Jose Sharks and say, the Sharks are making the playoffs, but this is a clearly improved San Jose Sharks team, and one that I think I'm ready to take some plus money on here consistently. I've said before, the Sharks are going to be one of my guilty pleasure teams that are just going to, even if they're bad, I'm still going to put bets on them because that's a lot of times where the value is. I think it's really in this game. So give me the San Jose Sharks in this, so I'm going to take them on the money line. Now we're going to the Ball Arena for this game between the Colorado Avalanche and the Buffalo Sabres. And Colorado, a hefty favorite here at home, but I think it is for good reason. The Buffalo Sabres still have yet to win a game on the road this season. 0-4-2. They've allowed 11 goals in the first 2 games of this road trip. Colorado, back to being dominant, especially at home. They've won 4 straight overall. 6 of their last 7. The bulk of those have been by multiple goals. They're just coming off an impressive 4-1 win at home over the Anaheim Ducks. For me, it's just a lot against a little in this matchup. I think the Colorado Avalanche, like I said, are just heads and shoulders the better team in this matchup. So give me the Colorado Avalanche, and this one I'm going to take them on the -1.5 puck line. Now we're going to T-Mobile Arena for this game between the Vegas Golden Knights and the New York Islanders. And one of my least favorite games on the board, but I think if I'm going to take a side here, I'm going to take a shot on the Islanders. Right now, the Islanders have looked good on this road trip so far. Granted, they were 2 games on the East Coast against the Rangers and the Devils, 2 teams that the Islanders are very familiar with. But Vegas, this team has lost 3 straight, 6 of 8. The goaltending hasn't necessarily been sharp. And what's standing out for me is the fact that the Vegas Golden Knights, who historically have had one of the better home ice advantages in the NHL since their inception into the league, almost a decade ago, the fact of the matter is that right now, the Vegas Golden Knights are not playing well at home. They've lost 4 of their last 5 home games. They've been giving up goals left and right. I'm starting to wonder if maybe the Vegas Golden Knights make a move for a goaltender, as I don't know if the group of Akira Schmid, Aiden Hill, and Carl Lindbaum are going to be enough to get Vegas over the hump long term. So if I had to pick a side in this game, I'd lean towards the Islanders plus the 1.5, maybe a little something on the money line as well. Our final game on Thursday's card takes us to Climate Pledge Arena, where the Seattle Kraken take on the Winnipeg Jets. And, as much as I like what the Kraken are doing this season in spots, they've been able to pick up wins here and there. They're struggling right now. They've lost 5 of their last 7 games. They've scored 1 goal in 3 of their last 4. In each of their last 3 losses, they've only scored 1 goal. Now you're taking on a Winnipeg team that snapped a 3-game skid against the Vancouver Canucks and still have one of the best goaltenders in the world in Connor Hellebuck. We've seen a lot of low-scoring games between these two teams over the years, and head-to-head, the Winnipeg Jets have shown a lot of dominance over Seattle in those matchups. So for me, I'm going to lean towards the Winnipeg Jets in this one on the money line. I just think we're getting a reasonable price here with what I feel is just the better team with the far superior goaltending. So give me Winnipeg on the money line to round things out. That's it. That's all your NHL action for Thursday, November 13th, 2025. Again, if you like this content, make sure you smash that thumbs up, subscribe to our channel. Let me know your NHL picks in the comment section below. And if you're looking for my best bets, any of the best bets that I have on the board on Thursday's card or this weekend coming up, make sure that you check that out over at Pickdawgz.com. Click the Experts tab at the top of the page. And remember to use the promo code PICK at checkout and get 15% off your purchase. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you guys.